realized they had this agenda of attacking pretty much every country on the planet. You know, people started figuring that out with Vietnam, so it kind of sunk their draft movement. And I'm not suggesting that we bring that back, but still, they have that leverage now with people who see this as a career, people who have to get through school, and who, with parents who don't understand what they're doing to their kindergarten children. And this is a big part of the agenda. I think this goes even way beyond feminism. I think it goes into this transsexual agenda that they're selling everywhere. I mean, we've got TV series on Amazon, Transparent, stuff like that. I mean, they're pushing it everywhere I turn. I've never seen this before, but now everywhere I turn, I'm seeing this cross-dressing, and that's what I'm seeing in this high heel thing.
Yeah, I mean, in the UK, they're having counselling sessions with NHS doctors and children as young as 3 on transgenderism, like coaching them how they might want to become a woman, how they might want to change gender. And again, it's, you know, it's like Alex talks about them. If you put in drug education or sex education into schools at earlier and earlier ages, which is what's happening, it just makes kids more wanton to have sex and to do drugs. I mean, there are studies that prove that. So as you mentioned, you know, we're being saturated with this now. It's no longer about tolerance. It's about this imposition of political correctness and the characterization of anyone who raises a whimper of dissent as a hate criminal. And now it's even expanded into, you know, ludicrous contexts like the fat pride movement, which I've talked about before, where if you criticize someone for being obese, that could now be considered a hate crime and you could be reported to the police. Yeah. So again, in the name of tolerance, they're enforcing this authoritarian political correctness. And if you disagree with it, then, you know, you might be a hate criminal.
Exactly. We got some callers who called in on the line. I think this red heel thing is really a red herring. It's a technique, just like they used in Brave New World, to control the population, to misdirect you into other areas, whether it's hedonism or whether it's competing and dividing one group against another. That's the way they control people. That's the way they control countries. That's the way they operate. Let's go to David in Missouri. David, you want to talk about the high heel issue. Go ahead. Hello. Go ahead, David. Are you there? David is not there. Let's go to Matthew in Texas. Matthew, go ahead.
Hi, David. I just want to let you guys know that y'all are doing a fabulous job. Huge fan, and but what I want to really emphasize on is that I believe a lot of this feminism or wearing the high heels, it has a lot to do with a way of just controlling people's mindset and where it should be, instead of letting it naturally be there. But what I also wanted to say, man, is that I live in South Texas. I live very, very close to the border. And, you know, I don't know if you're familiar with the Valley, but I'm a resident of Harlingen, Texas, and I'm trying to set up this civilian border protection agency because I feel like the federal agents are not doing what they can to.
Absolutely not. They don't see us as having a border anymore. And as they've explained to us multiple times, you know, we don't have America anymore. We have North America. We're 20 years into the North American Union, as they point out. And it's going to get it's another major part of the next trade agreements, and that is open borders. That's what they're working for. Thanks. Let's go to Justin in Kansas. Justin, you said you're a Marine vet. You wanted to comment on this?
Yeah, my name is Justin. Obviously, you know my name. I'm a Marine veteran. I did 8 years in the Marine Corps. I literally watched the Marine Corps go from the men that were in my unit being, you know, men's men to being the limp-wristed. I'm not sure what word I should use, but you probably get the gist of what I'm saying.
Metrosexuals, how about that?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, and I have met women in my life. I'm 31 years old. I've met women in my life that I would take combat over some of the guys I served with. You know, and it's just one of them. And I watched a lot of good Marines, great Marines, that went down, you know, went to a party or whatever, and the week after that, they're getting charged with sexual assault or rape because the girl just decided to call rape because she made a mistake because she was drunk. You know, that, and honestly, I think that part of what plays into the statistic, if you really want to call it that. I did some college courses, and one of the courses was statistics, and all statistics is. And my professor even told me, you know, statistics are going to tell you whatever you want them to tell you.
Sure, yeah. So, it's like these studies that they do. Depends on who finances them as well.
Exactly. And I even almost went down because of it. I went to a party, and we were drinking and having a good old time. And I mean, it was a hey, we made it home kind of deal. And this girl cried rape on me. I never even seen her. I don't remember her. I don't, you know, and I, at the time, I've got a pretty good recollection.
Yeah, we're coming up to a break. Thanks, Justin. Yeah, of course, we live in a country where the government can accuse you pretty much of anything, and you're not innocent until proven guilty. That applies to that as well. We need to get back to a country. Maybe we could start with civil asset forfeiture reform and then get back to these types of cases as well. We got to start somewhere. We got to have that presumption of innocence. We'll be right back with Paul Joseph Watson.
The sale of bulletproof armor plates, while our U.S. politicians argue from banning Americans from owning body armor.
Does that sound right to you?
Arm your American body at InfidelBodyArmor.com. Infidel Body Armor just won't quit.
Hi, Ted Anderson with Midas Resources. Is it time to convert paper 401ks and IRAs to solid gold and silver yet? Get our 10 Reasons book free. Call 800-686-2237. That's 800-686-2237.
Ladies and gentlemen, InfoWarsLife.com is offering some of the biggest specials we've ever had. 50% off the super high-quality colloidal silver bullet. Silver Bullet from InfoWarsLife.com is free of GMOs, gluten, additives, heavily concentrated in pure deionized water, electrically stabilized to improve potency, can store in your preparedness pack or medicine cabinet for years. Silver Bullet colloidal silver, 30 parts per million, now $14.95, down from $29.95. You cannot beat this deal. 50% off on Silver Bullet colloidal silver and free shipping. Now you know that's going to anger the control freaks. We've also launched the Alex Jones Challenge Pack, the 3 InfoWars Life products that help take me to the next level. Oxy Powder to flush out the upper and lower intestines, Survival Shield Nascent Iodine X2, and Super Mel Vitality fused together have given me and many others amazing results. Discover the groundbreaking, powerfully simple products at InfoWarsLife.com.
Hey, Boomer! I learned in school today that 60% of our bodies are made of water. Good thing we have the Berkey system. It's the cleanest, best water ever. Mom says it's because the Berkey's filtration system cleans out the bad stuff and leaves only pure, delicious water. I know, right? You love it too. Yeah, I'm thirsty too. Let's go get some. Get Berkey Clean Water by calling 877-886-3653. That's 877-886-3653. Or visit GoBerkey.com.
It's time to build your own emergency food stockpile with the industry leader, My Patriot Supply. Once you try them, you'll know why so many Americans like you have made them part of their emergency preparedness plan. Experience the My Patriot Supply difference today with this unbelievable offer. Right now, a 4-week food supply is only $99, and that includes free shipping. That's 50% off the online price. Call 800-274-3070 to claim yours. Limit 2 per caller while supplies last. This offer isn't available online, so you want to make sure and grab this opportunity to get prepared today. 800-274-3070 to get your 4-week food supply for the incredible price of only $99, and it'll be shipped to you completely free. Call 800-274-3070 right now. That's 800-274-3070 to claim yours while supplies last. Don't wait. Call today.
Welcome back to the Alex Jones Show. I'm David Knight, your host. We're talking to Paul Joseph Watson, and we have some callers who are calling in with reactions to the article. He has U.S. Army forces cadets to wear high heels to promote feminist campaign. Before we get back to that, we just had this article go up on Infowars.com. Bill Nye brags about boarding gas-guzzling Air Force One to combat climate change on Earth Day. And as Kit Daniels points out, Air Force One's fuel efficiency is 0.2 miles per gallon. In other words, it uses 5 gallons per mile. They're going to use 35,000 gallons of fuel on Earth Day to lecture people about climate change. Isn't it great to be part of the privileged kleptocrat class that we've got here. Now, before we get back to Paul, I just want to let you know briefly, we've got specials going on Infowars.com. We've got 50% off of Silver Bullet at InfoWarsLife.com, $15 per bottle savings. Of course, that's the 30 parts per million colloidal silver that we have. Also, you can get 10% off all ProPure water filters with a promo code WATER. And it's time to prepare. Get reliable, high-quality emergency food. My Patriot Supply emergency food available at InfoWarsStore.com. Paul, I want to take another call and get your comment on it. Let's go to Mark in Texas. You want to talk about the troops and the high heels and feminism. Go ahead, Mark.
Yeah, okay. Before I start on that, I just want to let people know, I don't know if they know that Wolfgang Halbig is going to have a hearing on Thursday, on the 24th of this month of April, in Hartford, Connecticut, and I think this time he's going to get some answers to what really happened at Sandy Hook. But anyway.
Okay, good. Yeah, we need to talk to him. Go ahead.
Okay, as far as he said he's been trying to call you, but he can't get through. Also, as far as the military goes, I don't know what these neocons are even thinking when they say, well, we need to go over here and we need to go over there, and we got. Do they honestly think that this military of today could defeat Russia in a non-nuclear war? Do they really think, you know how disciplined and good the Russian army is today and how tough those people are? Look at World War II, when they underwent that war with Germany, and with today's purged military, I don't even know if we could defeat Iran in a war either. I don't think we could actually conquer it and invade it the way we could Iraq.
Well, it's true. Joel Skousen has pointed out he doesn't even think it's their intention to try to win a war. What do you think, Paul?
Well, I think the U.S. economy still dwarfs that of Russia. So but if they spend all the time walking around in high heels, then it makes it less likely that they'd win a war. And again, I wanted to talk about what the previous caller said. When does it come a national security issue? If you're emasculating people in the military, and then you can add in the whole debate about, women on the front line, which also ties into this feminist hysteria about not recognizing the fact that men and women have biological differences which make them more adept at different tasks. Doesn't mean one's better than the other. Doesn't mean that one thing is inferior to another. But, this ties into everything. So, with regard to Russia, if they're prancing around in red high heels instead of actually training, then that's going to be a disadvantage, isn't it?
Yeah, I'd like to see, I'd like to see one of the neocons, Lindsey Graham, walking around in red high heels. Maybe somebody's got the footage. He probably think he does. Let's go to Alex in Wisconsin. Alex.
What's up, Knight? I have two sniblets here. First, do you agree that a main focal target of mass mind control remains the control and manipulation of collective archetypes on sexuality?
Yeah, I would agree with that. We're about to run out of time. Quickly, make your point.
The second point is, I was thinking to beat the Piers Morgan interview, Alex Jones should go to California with Joe Rogan, that guy from Ministry, and David Icke, and take a bunch of magic mushrooms.
Okay, well, I'll pass that on. Thanks for joining us, Paul Joseph Watson. Stay with us. We're going to be right back. We'll take more of your calls.
Thank you for listening to GCN. Visit GCNlive.com today.
Hi, I'm Alex Jones. When I got on air 20 years ago, I weighed 180 pounds. I lift weights 5 days a week. I could swim 2-3 miles. Then I discovered the New World Order, the globalists, their agenda. I started an Access television show. I was so dedicated to my work and hanging around with radio guys that I began drinking. I began smoking cigars and then even cigarettes. I transformed from looking like a white Bruce Lee to looking like a Jabba the Hutt. So I began a journey 5 years ago to shed the almost 100 pounds. I started taking Super Male Vitality and saw dramatic results in just a few weeks. When I added to the mix the key products developed by Dr. Grube for InfoWarsLife.com, the results were incredible. Take the InfoWarsLife.com challenge today at InfoWarsLife.com or give our crew a call. They can answer all your questions or tell you about any of the specials at 888-253-3139.